Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're having Hawaiian barbecue. Here is what it looks like. As you can see, we got the mac salad, we got the white rice, we got the chicken katsu, and then we got the veggie spring rolls. So I've been going to the gym a lot lately, and I've been doing a calorie deficit, and I've lost 12 pounds in the last month. So I thought about treating myself. Anyways. Oh, yes. This sauce is so good. Sweet but tangy. There goes my cuckoo clock. Ooh, I have a Dr. Pepper to drink. Anyways, so, when I thought about what I wanted to eat, I've been craving Hawaiian food. So so I decided on chicken katsu. But let's be real, when I go on a diet or when I'm in calorie deficit or if I'm fasting, the first thing that I crave is either fried chicken or Chinese food. So my question to you guys is, what is your favorite food? Like, what's something that you could eat all the time? For me, number one is fried chicken. I could eat fried chicken every single day. I love it that much. Chicken tenders, boneless chicken wings, chicken sandwiches. I love it all. And then my number two is sushi. I could eat sushi every single day if I wanted to. Like, if it wasn't so expensive, I probably would. And if I didn't live in Arizona, I probably would as well. But, the fish in Arizona is not the freshest. But anyways, let me get some rice. White rice always makes meats taste better. I have to have white rice with my meat. So, when I think of chicken katsu, I think of one story came to mind. It was back when I was in Korea, when I lived in Korea. I was in the ninth grade at the time. And it reminds me of my history class. I know it's a weird connection. Oh, look at that. But I had a history project due. Um, I don't remember what it was exactly, but I remember we had a history project for our class, and we got to choose what from a list of what we wanted to be, and people kept on choosing the big ones, like the best ones, and so I didn't really have much to choose from, and I couldn't decide on what I wanted, so the teacher chose for me. My teacher decided to choose a girl character. Mind you, for this project, they wanted us to dress up as this character. So she wanted me to dress up as a girl. And at the time, I wasn't out. I knew I was gay since I was in the second grade, but I wasn't out. And I was supposed to dress like Empress Wu. That was my person. anyways, so yeah, so I got Empress Wu. I had told my parents about it because I needed to dress up like this person, and that was for it's for a grade, you know. It's a big part of my it was a big part of my grade. So I told my parents. They were not thrilled about it. They were pissed. They had wrote her a letter, basically saying that that they don't approve of this and if there's anything else I could do. And the teacher said no. So I couldn't get out of it. Basically, my parents didn't want me to get bullied. They didn't know I was gay at the time, but they didn't want me to get bullied about it. Anyways, so for the project, we made a hat. Like, you know, the Empress, she had a certain type of hat. And I remember it was like a golden hat, and there was like chains that we put on the front. But that's all we made. My mom wanted to make a doll. She was into doll making at the time. She actually won, I think, second or third place out of all the military bases in Asia, and she won a doll making contest. So she's thinking about making a doll. I told my mom no because, you know, they're gonna know I didn't make that. So together we made a hat. And anyways, comes to the day when it comes to the day of the presentation, I didn't dress. Everyone dressed up like what they were supposed to, and I was the only one who didn't. And I only had a hat. But also part of the grade was we had to bring in a food item because we had a potluck. I don't know what that has to do with the project, but I remember us having to bring in food. And my mom, she made katsu. It wasn't chicken katsu, it was actually pork katsu, so tonkatsu. Mm-mm-mm. Anyways, I remember my teacher, in front of the whole class, she said that the katsu was the best thing that she's had in a long time, and that she'd consider it into my grade. I remember her saying that she doesn't really eat pork, but because of the katsu, she would highly reconsider, and she would want to eat, you know, katsu more often. She wanted to know how to make it. Well, anyways, I got my grade back. And guess what my grade was? I got a D. So I think I ended up getting a C overall in the class. My parents were pissed at the time, but you know, they knew that there's nothing I could do about it. But let me know. Okay. Get out of here, fly. But yeah, let me know if you guys had any type of experience like that. Like, as a teacher, I think you should be willing to work with the students. That you know, and my parents put the reasoning in why. Like, you shouldn't want your students to get bullied. At the time, I didn't have any friends, and I was getting bullied, and it was probably one of the lowest times in my life. And the teacher did not help. Like, as a teacher, I think you should be willing to help your students, and advocate for them, you know? You know, that's the one of the hardest times of our lives is growing up and having to go through high school, you know? But I can remember that class. I think about that class every once in a while. It was not fun for me. The people in it, the teacher. They have a little cabbage underneath here. I wish they had more. Like cabbage with a yogurt sauce. As like a little salad or something, but overall this is pretty good. It's called Oahu, or is it Kahu? There's two different places. I think I got Kahu. Anyways, I've been there a few times, so I think that they're closer than the other place, so that's why I chose this place. Anyways, so my mom had did her personality test recently. It's just like a 100 question test, and it determines what your personality is. She got ISTJ, and I got INTJ. So for INTJ, you're 79% judging, 76% introverted, which is true. I would say I'm more introverted. I do get nervous in like big settings or being around people I don't know. And I do like being home more often. 72% assertive. I can agree with that. And then 57% intuitive, and then 63% thinking. So they said that one thing I like about this website, it's called like 16 personalities or something like that. But anyways, one thing I like about it is that it tells you like who has a similar personality. And with mine, I got Michelle Obama. Who else did I get? Elon Musk. I got Katniss Everdeen. If you guys watch The Hunger Games. I got Gandalf the Grey, if you guys watch Lord of the Rings. And then Peter Baelish and Tywin Lannister, if you guys watch Game of Thrones. So those are like similar. Oh, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Those are the same person. The people with the same personalities. I think my mom was similar with like George Bush, like a couple of presidents. Oh, I'm already getting full. But yeah. So lately, I've been planning our trip this summer to London, Belgium, and Paris. So we're going to spend like a week in London, and then we're going to Belgium for 2 days, Brussels and Bruges, and then we're going to Paris for 2 days, and then we're spending our last day back in London. So we've already spent like $5,000, and that doesn't include hotels. That includes plane tickets and a bunch of shows. So I've been working a lot, trying to make up some money. Pretty soon I'll get my schedule for school, and they'll bill me what I need to owe for school. So I've been pretty busy. Busy working and planning things. So I want you guys to let me know, one, what is your favorite food? And two, if you guys have any stories about school, about where a teacher should have looked out for you. There's a lot of, I have a lot of stories about school where I have good ones where teachers have looked out for me, and then other ones where teachers have not. But I think that as part of your job as a teacher, it is to look out for your students and look out to see what's the best for your students, you know? But yeah, I want you guys to let me know that. And again, if you guys have anything fun to do out there in Belgium, Paris, or London, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. Or if there's anything you guys want to see me eat out there too, let me know. But yeah, I always read the comments, so and I always reply, so don't be shy. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Bye.